Hi, my name is Yasu, and then let's get drunk with sake. So my channel, I keep drinking sake and introduce it in both Japanese and in English, and then today I'm drinking this one. It's a special collaboration sake with abeshuzo, and there is one of my favorite sake shop called Tatsumiseishudo 10. It's in Ginza, Omiya. I think there's one more, I forgot, or maybe those are the two ones. So if you go to, like, let's say Tsukiji, one of the Tatsumiseishudo is close to Tsukiji, so I recommend you to stop at the sake shop. Abeshuzo is from the Niigata prefectures. I'm not sure which rice they use, but I love sake from abeshuzo, so let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. Yoisho. And then, like, I like the oh my god, I like the design. Very simple. It says abe in Japanese hiragana. So cheers. The smell is, it smells like refreshing cow pickle smell, that, like, the best balance of sweetness and then sourness. If you like cow pickle, the beverage, the Japanese one, you would love that smell. And then the flavor is, the flavor is cow pickle. Sweet, sour, a little bit heavy texture, but with, you know, the refreshing cow pickle like a flavor. The flavor is heavy, but I don't feel too much. So I think what I want to say is that it's just a good balance of it. And then, like, I can taste rice flavor, the umami. Is it Yamada Nishiki? No, I don't think it's Yamada Nishiki. And then, you know, leaving like a little bit tingling sensations on my tongue, which is really enjoyable. I like it. Oh, it's so nice. If you see abe, and if you want to try sake, don't think just by abe. There's like the pink one, blue one, green one, the gold one. There's some colors in abe, but all of abe is tasty. So I actually recommend that. So nice. Okay, so I was at the Harajuku stations last Sunday around 4 p.m. Because, like, twice a month I go to Omotesando to get my hair done, and I was on the way back from the, you know, like, hairstylist shop. I forgot how it's called, and I was waiting for a train, but suddenly, like, there was an announcement that something's happening at the Shinjuku station with the customer on the train, and then the person on the radio, like, says that the train might be late. I didn't really pay attention at first, but nothing happened after 5 minutes, and then and you have to understand that at the JR Yamanote line, if it's delayed even for like a minute or 2 minutes, it's a big issue. But there was no further announcement, no train coming for like 5 minutes. I started to sensing that it's bad. But usually when something like that happens, there is an announcement in Japanese. I'm not sure, I never heard of it in English. In Japanese, it's saying that there is like jinshin jiko, or like something happens. But this time the Japanese announcement just kept saying that they're handling issue with customers on the train, and then they started to telling people at the Harajuku stations to consider taking like metro, subway, which is because they actually said that they don't know how long it's gonna take. It's a major line, the Yamanote line, and if it doesn't work, so many people, including myself, will be in trouble. So I started looking for information on Twitter. And then I started to seeing people tweeting about, oh, there is a guy on the train with knives at the Shinjuku stations. Everybody's panicking. People kind of start posting the pictures and everything. I was like, what is going on? But at the Harajuku stations, hearing the announcement from JR, what the guy said, he doesn't imply anything. Maybe he didn't even know what is going on, because most of the times, whether it's really true or not, the Twitter is the fastest place that people can get any informations, whether it's true or it is not true. And then I feel kind of bad about, especially for people like non-Japanese people at the stations, because they just kept saying things only in Japanese, which I don't know why. Probably the person doesn't speak English or Chinese or any other languages, or maybe when the situation is too urgent, they're only instructed to speak in Japanese. I'm not sure, but by then it had been more than like 10 minutes or 15 minutes with no train. The platform of the Harajuku station got so crowded, and then it's just, the feeling is very unreal, because of course people showed some concerns at the Harajuku stations, but most of people didn't know what was actually going on at the Shinjuku stations. And if people who did not understand Japanese, I'm sure they didn't even know why the train is not coming, and so many people waiting for a train. And then like whenever I looked for information on Twitter, it's just so much panicking informations, and I just didn't know what to do. I just kind of wish that the announcement that Harajuku station made, I wish that they could be more spontaneous, and then they could say something in other languages. And then it was kind of like very interesting to see like so many people tweeting about now finally like people on the train came out of the train, because they opened the doors of the train, and then people were like really panicking. And I actually saw the video, and it was really scary. And I'm sure like when like people look at the video and in tweets, that reminded those people, including myself, about the incident that took place on Odakyu line, like 2022 or 2021 Halloween. There was this incident that this guy dressed up like a Joker, and then I'm not sure if he killed someone on the train or not, but a lot of footages from the incident actually was that videos that those individual people on the train took, and then the person was actually like looked like a Joker. He has a knife, and then there's a blood, and he was smoking, and everybody was like out of the train. I think a lot of people couldn't believe that was actually happening in Japan. And I'm not sure if Japan is becoming more like not safe place or not. But yeah, that was something that I experienced on Sunday. What I'm saying here is that Japan has become unsafe. It's not like that. But I'm just hoping that when people start tweeting, taking pictures, taking video, filming what's going on, and then keep uploading, especially on Twitter, when people see it, they tweet more, it becomes panicking, more confusing. But at least people who don't know what's going on, seeking for more information, when they look for information on Twitter, they can get some information. So it's not easy for sure, but I'm kind of hoping that JR East or West, I forgot which one it is, and they can somehow establish a more better communication system with customers, because when they keep saying that something happens in Shinjuku Station, we can update you once they know more. But people like me, the consumers at the platform, like the stations, when they look for information on Twitter, they can actually find out more. And then it just creating that discrepancy between what the consumers know, and then what the train company tells people. If there's a huge difference, then consumers feel like, what is that train company doing, like JR is doing? But luckily, like, the incident that took place on the train at the Shinjuku stations last Sunday it's nothing serious. I think I followed up on the news and everything, and then it seems to be the case that there was a chef on the train who was carrying kitchen knives in his bag on the train, but he didn't zip up his bag, and he was kind of falling asleep on the train. So the bag was open. People on the train saw his knives, and then they started to kind of screaming, and they created the panicking situations, which is understandable though, because people don't see other people carrying kitchen knives outside of their houses. So interesting thing is keeps happening in Japan, but it's not funny, and certainly it's not pleasant that I and other people at the Harajuku station had to wait for a train for like, I think more than like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, which is too long, especially on the Yamanote line. So like, what I want to say is, like, if you travel, you want to seek for informations for the moment, instant, right away, you might want to ask your friends to check Twitter, or like if you understand Japanese, looking for information, Twitter is the fastest way for you to get the information. But it might not be true, it might not be false, I don't know, because what people see on Twitter is not really reliable, I must say. Anyway, so drink a bit, it's good, so take care. So for now, Jane, bye bye.